It's Senora Chavez, and we're back. Today we're gonna do upkeep and chill, cause I ain't doing the full face of makeup. I ain't been going nowhere, y'all. I really need to just focus on working out, but it's that time of the month, so I've been relaxing and allowing my body to recoup, and of course doing my schoolwork, y'all. So, but I know y'all be wanting to keep updated on me, so I'm gonna do an upkeep and chill. So first we're gonna start with my brown sugar scrub that I made, homemade brown sugar scrub. I use olive oil. What else did I use? I used brown sugar and what else did I put in here? Olive oil, brown sugar, oh, and coconut. It's like it's like a coconut oil, but it's not oil. It's like a coconut shea butter type thing that I made. I'll put the recipe on. It's actually on my Facebook. But I'm just scrub my lips because I know y'all see my lips been wear and tear, dry lips. But it's on my Facebook, on my Queen Gazette. Y'all gotta scroll. I'm gonna repost it. I'll repost. I have to scroll down and repost it because I did Queen Gazette on my old phone. But I put the ingredients to my own sugar scrub. Now you can use this on your skin, your body. You can use it on your face. In fact, I'm gonna just go ahead and put some on my face for real, cause my face need a nice scrub, Now add a little moisture. Hold on, I'm gonna pause the video so I can get a little water to moisturize this. Now this is good for like removing dead skin and aids and dry skin too. So it helps rejuvenate the skin, rejuvenate your pores. It scrubs it real good and it gives you that glow. But I damp it a little bit with a little water. Just damp it before you put it on there, so that way the scrub can take in. You don't have to put the scrub in. Excuse me, guys. I'm working on my language, y'all. You don't have to put the scrub in very long. You don't have to leave it, depending on your skin now and the texture of your skin. Now the scrub, it's not that strong, and brown sugar has antioxidants, so it purifies your skin and purifies the pores, so it gives like a cleansing. Brown sugar is also good for your immune system. It's a lot of perks to using this brown sugar scrub, y'all. I put this in the Queen Gazette, so I'm gonna repost it on Facebook with the benefits and things and the ingredients and how I created this brown sugar scrub. So y'all can try it yourselves at home. So I just moisturize my face just a little, and then I'm just gonna go in with the scrub. I'm probably gonna leave it in. I don't know. We gonna talk though. But today we're gonna talk about don't be bitter. Don't get bitter, get better. Okay? And the reason why I'm doing this, because I noticed, like I told y'all, tell the two cities for real. Continue for real. A lot of my attacks were from bitter women. Now, like I told y'all, I'm still angelic. I have a soul. So I'm not bitter. And I always say I'm not bitter yet. I always say yet. Because I feel like I just came here on this human form, the human experience, to see what life was about. And I haven't allowed anyone to allow me to become bitter. And I told y'all I was going to give y'all the deets on the baby daddies and stuff. And but I want to thank, the universe and for having a soul for real, because I'm not bitter. I'm not a bitter baby mama. You won't hear me talk bad about my children's fathers, no matter what they put me through. And we've been through a lot too. But I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. I only got better. I didn't get bitter. I got better. And I'm going to tell you why. So, like my children's father, like my first child's father, I was a young mother. I was 18. We were dating. He was like he was my second real boyfriend. And, we met through a friend. We weren't supposed to meet. I wanted to go to the club that night, but my friend just insisted on meeting with his friend. She tricked me because I didn't know we were on our way to the club. We turned off on the street. Next thing I know, I'm meeting my child's father. He was so sweet, handsome, respectful young man. Gratitude for the universe aligning me with him, because he showed me what a man can really be. A man who values a woman. He knew how to respect women. Not only did he cater, he was a gentleman. He opened doors. He didn't mind paying for food. And, we spent on each other because we were very young. We were like 18. Like I was 18, he was like 19. And I loved him for that. But we looked out for each other. We were both young, you know, working little jobs or whatever. So if I bought something, like I might buy something for my sister or something, but I might buy something for him. And, you know, just looking out for him. And then, like, he always made sure, like, he put me on my swag because, you know, everybody said I'm an old soul. I've been here before. And so I dressed like a mature young lady because I told y'all at the time I wanted to be a politician type. So even in high school, I would wear collared shirts with vests and things like this. So I went in the streets like this because I didn't go out. I didn't go clubbing at the time. Like, I was new to the game. So when I dressed very, like, business casual. So he put me on to, like, the club clothes. I was dressing cute for the club. Now, don't get me wrong, but he, like, he got me in my heel game. Like, I started wearing heels and dresses when I got with him. So, gratitude for him. He got my swag up for real. He had me dressing like my age. Because even when I met him, I was in a vest. It was cute. I ain't had nothing. It was a vest, and I had some business pants, and they were, like, button up. It was cute for the club, but, you know, you could tell, like, I had a like a preppy business swag type deal going on. But gratitude for him. But we went through a lot together, like, we went through the ups and downs, but, you know, eventually he ended up moving with this girl, and she was one of them big booty ghetto girls or whatever. And, you know, I left me as a single mom, and I felt some type of way. No, he was still a good dad because my son was always fresh, like laid. Like, my son was always, like, the freshest kid on the block. He did provide, like, and his family was good to me. Like, when I went to work, you know, I had his mom keep my son or whatever. She didn't mind. He had a good family. You know, his dad was a school teacher. Like, he had, like, kind of like same upbringing as me. Like, you know, 2-parent home. You know, one parent educator, one parent take care of the house or whatever, you know, just good people. So I was fortunate to have that. But when, I don't want to say he left me for the big girl. I need to stop saying that. I got mad because, you know, after I had the baby, you know, my body was changing. I was hormonal. I was mean to him. I was bullying him the pregnancy, you know, when I couldn't have my way. And I could tell him being young, that was a lot of pressure on him or whatever. So we went our separate ways. And he ended up with the big booty girl. And, you know, I was like, you know, that's when I moved to the PJs or whatever. Raised my baby, went to school, went to work. Had my homegirls always over, partying, chilling. We, you know, relaxing, enjoying our time. But he was with the big booty girl or whatever. And I felt like he betrayed us because, you know, he was still there. You know, like, my child didn't eat for nothing. My baby wasn't hungry. He was always fresh, and he had a roof over his head. So I couldn't complain. But it was just the fact that he was, like, not there, like, every day. Like, I didn't see myself living a life where I had a baby and it wasn't going to be me, my child's father. Like, it wasn't going to be a 2-parent home deal. That's why I felt bad. Like, I felt some type of way. It ruined my self-esteem because I felt like another statistic, I should say. But we went through all our ups and downs or whatever. Even when we got, like, because we stopped. You know, some girls, they still mess with their baby daddies or whatever. They still be sleeping with their baby daddies and still going through it. I ain't never do that. Once we broke up, it was it. Like, I ain't never sleep with him again. And not because I was bitter. It's just I didn't. One time I did sleep with him again. And I felt like he was just using me for money or whatever, tax money. So after that, I was like, nah, I ain't messing with you no more because you don't value me. So we never slept together after that. So I know it's rare. I know, but they be like, oh, if you got a baby from a man, that man always got access to you. Not with me. I know my worth. And I don't play those up and down games because when I'm serious about moving forward with my life, when I set a goal or a vision for myself, I'm tunnel vision. I'm tunnel vision. I don't look back. And this is like my problem when I get with guys, when they hold on to their past soul ties. I don't like that. Let go of them soul ties. You know, you just got to charge that to the game. That's just a debt, an unpaid debt. That's just what it's going to be. But, you know, you messing with me and trying to take care of your soul ties, it's going to make your debt add up. It's going to make your debt worse. It's going to put you more in debt. So let that debt go. You know how with a real bank or whatever, when you get in debt, after 7 years, it charges off. Like, it ain't on your credit no more. So that's how I feel like these guys with these relationships need to come towards me. After 7 years, it's going to fall off your credit. So you need to just let go of them soul ties, because you holding on to the soul ties, trying to help your soul tie out, and be with me is gonna put you more in debt. Cause now you're gonna be in debt to me from doing me dirty for trying to pay off your past debt. It don't make sense. It don't add. The math don't math. The math don't math. So don't come over here with that. I see what guys do. But I said that I didn't get bitter. I got better. So when me and my child's father like broke up and he went with the big booty girl, I got better. I just went to school. I went to work. I got a real job. I was able to take care of my family. Well, you know, then after letting him go, like officially let him go, that's when I met my daughter's dad. And he was good at first, because at the time when I met him, I wasn't established yet. I was still working 3 jobs trying to make ends and stuff like that. And he was just a chill partner or whatever. And we started getting to know each other like after a couple times chilling, because I ain't like him. My cousin was the one who was like, oh, we need to talk to them so we could have a good time. So we used them to go to a party or whatever. The party was fun or whatever. And we kept talking. And after a few visits, like meet and greets with him, we was talking, and he sounded like he was on his grown man stuff, like he was paying his bills, like his priorities were in order. I said, oh, okay, I could rock with somebody like you. I mean, that's how I got with him, because I was like, I'm the same way. Not because he didn't have any kids. I just had my son. But I'm like that. I'm like that. Like I always been like that, very adult with my stuff. Like I got to be with somebody who know how to pay bills. And that's what sold me. He knew how to pay bills. So we ended up moving together. But he had he suffered from alcohol addiction. And I seen the signs when we first started talking, because he would come home drunk or whatever. And stuff like that. But I didn't know it was that heavy, because we were so young. Like, you wouldn't think a young guy would have that bad of an alcohol addiction. But it, like, the addiction got worse, and it just started messing things up for us. Like our finances, our cars, you know, going to jail for this, you know, the DUIs, and, you know, paying lawyers, and, you know, him losing jobs. It just got worse. So, of course, y'all told you I got tunnel vision. So I said, you know, when I leave a situation, I'm going to leave, and I'm going to be prepared. So I left that situation. We were doing good. So we had a home together. We had a beautiful family. He loved my son like his own. And that's what really got me clicked to him, because when I got my career in insurance or whatever, when I started like my full-blown career, when I was trying to get off the ground and study to do that, he watched my son for me while I went to handle business. Him and his homeboys, they used to watch my son. My son was a toddler, and he was running around there. I'm surprised they managed the toddler so well. But he held me down. That's why I really appreciated him. I valued him. So, you know, and me, I'm loyal to a fault. So I be holding these men down for real. So I held him down through all that, but I realized, okay, you holding him down is actually hindering him from being the best man he can be. Because one thing about dudes, they know I'm good. So when they know you good like that, they treat you like, it's almost like you become a mother figure. So it's like, oh, I ain't gotta do much for her. I don't have to step up and be a man, because I know she gonna handle everything. So it's like I was crippling him. So I stopped that. I just ran away. You know, I ran away, got my kids. We had got us a small little place. I love that little place we had got. It was so nice. I had so many good memories at that little place. And I had a lot of friends. I had a lot of love in that little home that we had. But that's how I got away from him or whatever. And then as soon as I got away from him, he gets a job. He gets a car. He start doing for himself. He start taking care of himself. He start manning up. So I let him back in, yo. And I know y'all, I'm not the baby mama who keeps sleeping with the baby daddy. No, we weren't sleeping together during that whole time. Like, I had cut him off completely. And he came back to me and showed me, like, look, this is what I can do on my own. So I'm going to do, I took it as he was going to do right. And I didn't want to tell my family, because my son loved him. My daughter loved him. We were a legit family. We were, like, going to the museums together. We did everything together, dressed alike. We were a real family. Like, we had a lot of love in our home, and that was because I'm really, really loved. I'm really, really loved. And he knew that, but he was too young. These guys are young. I was a young mother. So, you know, and me being so mature and bossy, you know, I just grew up faster than them. That's all it is. You know how they say you meet people in the wrong lifetime or whatever, the wrong time frame? Everything has to do with timing. Like, if I feel like if, you know, not my daughter's dad, but like my son's dad, maybe, if we met later on in life when he was more prepared for the woman that I am, we could have been stronger. But anyway, so yeah, I give him a chance, and he showed me the same thing. Because like I say, men get around me, they get comfortable because they know I'm secure. You know, I'm royal high priestess. I'm high ranking, so I'm privileged. Like when I say I'm privileged, because I'm always good. But you know, the only reason why I'm always good is because I maintain balance. I don't have karmic debt. That's what it is. I don't do people dirty. I don't kill nobody. I don't destroy nobody. I don't sabotage nobody. I don't do vindictive things to people. I'm not jealous. I'm not hateful. I don't do evil. I don't do dirt to other people because I believe in karma. In addition to, I'm so focused on myself. I ain't got time to do that. Like, I feel like people who sit there and destroy other people, you got too much time on your hands. You need to find something productive to do. Find your gift and work on your gifts. But I know some people not privileged to be gifted like that. Because I feel like this game, when you sell your soul, you lose your common sense. When you sell your soul, you lose your peace of mind. So if you're not at peace, you're going to make it where everybody else is not at peace. So that's what that was. So, anyway, so he was never at peace. And in addition to, he thought he could just come in and do the same thing he was doing before. And we was on a good long break. I don't know. It probably was like a 2-year break, or maybe a 1.5 year break, like a separation. That's what it was. It was the real life separation. That's all it was. We were separated. So I let him come back in, and he showed me the same dumb stuff. So I just leave again, up and leave, get me a bigger place. And that's when I had my condo. We had a nice little condo, our cozy home. Our home was happy. And then I met this clown, and after I met that clown, that's when my world fell apart, because them clowns, that be spiritual warfare when they send them people to get you like that. That's when I had my traumatizing experience, because I stayed single so long, and y'all know I be by myself for real. I'm a one man woman type girl for real. Like when I was living by myself, separated from my child's father, like I messed around with a couple guys. Like I ain't even gonna, not even a couple, because I had some one night stands, and then I had one solid. Because one thing about me, I don't really like one night stands. When I'm single, I like to have like they call it sneaky links now. I don't know what we called it back then. They call it sneaky links. But I like to have one person that I get my body to, even if I call you every 3 months to get my fix. You see what I'm saying? So I was like that. I was like, okay, we ain't got to have no strings attached, but when I want to get off, you can come over here type deal. So I ain't never had no man living with me or whatever. I just had like booty calls. I call them booty calls. So that's what I had, but I only had one at the time. And then, so when I moved in my condo or whatever, I was single for a while. And then I met this guy online. And that's what I thought he was, a booty call. But these be, like, there be spirits and cloaks. I call, like, the human form is a cloak for them. But those be spiritual attacks, because they know your power. They know your ranking. And I didn't know my spiritual ranking. I knew I was spiritually good. But like I said, because I don't do nothing to nobody else. I just thought because I ain't do nothing to nobody else, the universe was just keeping me in a line. And in addition, I was responsible. I take care of my business. I take care of my family. I'm righteous. That's what it is. I was righteous. And, the Bible, I don't like quoting the Bible, but, like I say, the Bible is codes to get through the game. But it say I never seen the righteous forsaken. So I'm just taking it as I'm not going to be forsaken, because I do righteous life. I do what I'm supposed to do. I take care of my kids, take care of my house. I pay my bills. I don't bother nobody. I take care of my friends like that. And then I met this guy, and I thought he was just a booty call, but he was just like a demonic spirit in a cloak. And he was doing all these spiritual attacks on my body and my mind. And I went crazy or whatever. And then that's when everything started falling apart for me. But I said all that to say is, even though I went through all that, I did not get bitter. I got better. Because all those attacks from those men made me better. Like, it made me want more. It seemed like every time the men attacked me, I didn't go crying over the men and chasing their girlfriends and seeing who they was with after we broke up. I went to work on me. I said, I'm going to get a better job. I'm going to start saving my money. I'm going to start investing. I'm going to buy, this. I'm going to do this for myself. I start doing more for myself. So every time I leave a dude, I don't be bitter and crying over the dude. I put that energy into myself. And that's what I've been doing my whole life. And I have fully evolved. I'm still evolving, but I'm growing, healing, and evolving every day. So I said I didn't get bitter, I got better. Now, most women, they cry over spilt milk. They be still worried about their baby daddy, still angry with their baby daddy. So my baby daddy did me wrong, or my ex did me like this, or my ex go with this girl, or who she thinks she is, stuff like that. But I never done that. But like I said, I still have a soul, and this even though I lived this life before, everything is still new to me. So I'm like a kid in a candy store. It's like when you go to the candy store, let's say you eat all the little blue dolphin gummies, you know, the little gummies in the candy store, and then you knock over the gummies and it make a mess. Now, a little kid is not going to try to pick up that mess, see how they made the mess. They not going to, you know, meditate on that old mess. They not. They going to leave that mess right there, and they going to run to the next thing in the candy store. So that's my life for real. That's my life story. And all these witches, like, they come after me because they be so pressed on trying to make me bitter to feel how they feel. Like, we attacked you. We didn't attack you because we was crazy. We attacked you because we were bitter. And we want you to know how we feel bitter so you can do the same stupid stuff that we do. And I'm like, no, this not that. You know, like I said, if I've been here, I'm eternal. I know I'm going to be here forever. I'm eternal. But this is my first time living in the human experience in this body, right? So this is my first time. So like I said, I'm a kid in the candy store. So I want to see what I can get into next. I haven't even gotten to travel the world like I want to. I haven't even been overseas. I haven't done none of that. So what I look like crying over these guys when I haven't even got to live my life. That's the thing. I haven't even got to live my life. That's why I can't cry over no man, because I'm not bitter. I haven't got to live. Now, it'd be different if I've lived, if I traveled the world. I had the jewels, I had the diamonds, I had the cars. I've done that. I've been there, done that. Then maybe I have time to cry over a man and be bitter. But I haven't done that yet. So I'm so busy chasing me and being the best me that I can be. How am I chasing these dudes and these dudes who did me wrong? Like, why would I do that? And I see, like, you know, life is like a revolving cycle. You know, they got to recycle, in. But I feel like now, like even with my partner now, I feel like he's doing the same thing. Like, I feel like he's trying to play the game, this little bitter game. Like I feel like he think if he leave me for a younger woman, I'm going to be bitter and crying over spilt milk and chasing the younger woman. That's how I feel like his story is going to play out. Like, he wants me to chase the younger woman. But I'm like, again, I haven't even been overseas. I haven't been in able to go in the Gucci store and buy me a Gucci purse. You see what I'm saying? I haven't been able to go in Chanel. And I ain't trying to be materialistic, but I'm a designer. I'm a stylist, okay? These are the things that are on my bucket list as a stylist. I want to experience these fabrics. I want to experience these textures. I want to experience the quality, the color, the cuts. I want to experience this because I'll be designing my own clothes one day. I'll be running my own fashion shows one day. I'm going to be at Paris Fashion Week, not as a model, but as a designer. You overstand this. Overstand this. I have big dreams. I have big goals. I'm very ambitious. Very ambitious. So what do I look like crying over a man and worried about who this man messing with? And it's like these witches, like I told you, they like lesbians, like they want to live vicariously through you. So they paint these storylines and these pictures for your life, how your life's supposed to go. And every time they paint the picture, the story is me crying over what my past exes are doing with another woman. And I'm like, these witches haven't even factored in the fact that I haven't even been overseas. I haven't got to live. So why am I crying over men? I haven't even got to live life. I haven't even got to live my life. The last thing I'm going to be doing is crying over a man. So therefore I say I didn't get bitter. I got better. Because if somebody removes themselves for you, I see it as a gift from the universe. If you want to leave for a younger one, I don't care what woman you leave for. Younger, older, I don't care. You can leave me for a man. I would care less. Because I see when people leave your life, they're removing the blockages that are getting you in the way of your vision, your goals, who you really need to be, who you desire to be, or your destiny. I feel like when they move themselves, they're getting out the way of your destiny. So I said all that to say I don't get bitter. I get better. Queen NT Senora Chavez. This is what I call this today. Maintenance and chill, because maintaining my beauty. Y'all see like the skin, how that scrub did, that how amazingly that scrub worked on my lips, my face. Y'all see the shine, the glow, like my pores, they even feel smoother. I'm happy I got me a ring light thanks to Bay. But y'all see that, like the difference, like in that, like it got all that dead skin off and just removed that dead skin. So gratitude for the brown sugar scrub. So I'm going to show y'all the recipe and like the ingredients that I use for the brown sugar scrub so y'all can make it on your own. I told you y'all skill sets make you more valuable. So to make yourself more valuable, learn a new skill set. It don't have to be this. You can learn how to do plumbing. I did plumbing. I installed a toilet the other day. I'm so proud of myself. So I'm learning new things about me. I'm always evolving. I didn't get bitter. I got better. Okay? And that's what I want all y'all to do. Get better. Focus on you, because when people move themselves out your life, that's not a time to cry and be like, oh, woe is me, I need them back. No, the universe will remove people to get you ready for what you really desire to do. And what I learned, a lot of these women invest their whole life in these men, and they get bitter when the dudes leave them. And I'm like, you know, you was crying your whole life about the things you didn't accomplish because you sacrificed your life for this man. Why don't you do the things that you sacrifice your life for the man for? Like you say, oh, I wasn't able to pursue this dream or this career because I got married young, or I did everything for my husband and now my husband's gone. What am I gonna do? No, you get up. Like, get up and do it. It's nothing in your way but you. The only thing blocking from you and your destiny is you. Don't be bitter. Don't get bitter. Get better. So, Queen NT Senora Chavez, this is maintenance and chill. And these my home remedies. Now, I told y'all I got this multivitamin serum from the dollar store. It really works. Like, it really works on these blemishes, because like I said, I was suffering from dry skin. And I was like, you know, I haven't used my brown sugar scrub in a while. Let me scrub my skin and get that, restore that moisture in my skin. And that's exactly what I had to do today. Gratitude for the inspiration from my new partner. That's why I call him my partner, because men gonna do dirt regardless. But one thing I learned, I know how to transmute energy. So gratitude for learning how to transmute energy. So when he does things like to trigger me, I'm like, I can use this like motivation to do my content. So it's like, that's why I always say he motivates me, because everything he try to do to like hurt me or whatever, it motivates me to just keep going. Like, dang, you getting closer to your destination. When people try to destroy you or distract you, they ain't even destroying you. They just distract you with their silly antics, because the antics be so silly. I tell y'all about the stuff like, oh, buying wigs and nails for other bitches. Just motivation to do content, because your goal is to present yourself to your audience, to get yourself out there. Show them who Senora Chavez is, and show them what you made of, and show them why you the best boss. Lessons, not losses, create the best bosses. And I quote Senora Chavez. And we are up. So that is all for maintenance and chill. Subscribe to the YouTube, like, comment, and share. More content coming soon. Follow me on all platforms. Pure Water EP is loading. Love y'all. And always be in motion.